What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Danny. Welcome back to We're Gonna Need More Coffee, your destination for both life and creative inspiration, because here we brew creativity, because something's always brewing here, because life's a brew, okay? We're booked and busy, life is lifing, especially if you have kids. Now listen, let me tell you a little something about kids, okay? You do not have to prioritize their desires over discipline and their entire well-being. A little controversial, maybe. No, actually not really. So grab your cup of coffee or your beverage of choice and let's chat about it. Time to put my serious chat glasses on. Boop. I've just always wanted to do that. I don't wear glasses, I'm being silly. Glasses, deactivate. So the thing that's often said about millennial parents is that we are too soft. We're too soft on our kids, gentle parenting and whatnot, very mindful of their feelings, not enough manners and discipline. Now, I think that one of the big reasons for this is because as a millennial parent myself, I feel that I come from a background and we come from generations and families where our feelings were not validated, our feelings were neglected. I kind of touch on it on my growing up Haitian video, which you could totally check out. And my style of parenting is kind of a take the meat, leave the bones. And so from my own personal experience, with my own parents, I parent from a place where I'm very mindful of my kids' feelings. Some people might think even too much, but at the same time, I still very much believe in discipline and structure and trying to provide. It's a balance, but I'm still learning. Now check this story out. There's this time where my son had his pet bird and he wanted to leave with it for the weekend to go to his dad's house. And at the time, he kept on asking me weekend after weekend. He was like, can I take my bird? Can I take my bird? And I was like, no. Now, I understand the importance of saying no. I don't like to. I understand I don't want to hurt my kids' feelings, but I understand that life will do it for them anyway. So it's not about their feelings, it's about their entire well-being. But sometimes I guess not wanting to be the bad mom gets the best of me, especially given my current situation. So he was asking and I kept on saying no. And I also like to explain to my kids, I think it's important for them to understand a lot of times why I say no. Now, some people will disagree with this, like, you just have to do what I say because I said so. And I also think that's true in a sense. But I like to explain so that they have an understanding. It's like I make everything like a teachable moment, right? And so I didn't feel like I had a real reason to say no. Like, it's his pet bird. He's left with it before. The cage is huge, so I didn't like him transporting the cage at the time. And I was like, okay, let's get a small cage. And once you have the small cage, you can transport him. It's more, it'll facilitate things. Never able to get the small cage. Every time we look it up, they were either sold out or unavailable. So we never got that. And that weekend, he was like, please, like, can I take him? And I was like, oh, okay, like, you know what? Like, sure. Go ahead. And he leaves. And then 2-3 minutes later, his dad comes back to the house like, oh, the bird flew away. I'm like, the what? So I run out and the bird's on the tree. And my son's like, come on, come down, Blue. He's trying to call him down, and then the bird flies off to the neighbor's roof on the other side of the street. And so he grabs a piece of wood and he's trying to see if he can, get the bird to climb onto it so he can get him back. But I guess what happened is when the wood kind of hitting the side of the house, it startled the bird and the bird just flew off. He was gone. Never to be seen again. He's for the wild now.
I've been surviving these streets for the past 6 months, and I'm going to pass down some of this knowledge down to you. Welcome to Surviving These Streets 101.
Anyways, in that moment, we both learned a lesson. I learned a lesson in saying no, setting those boundaries, and knowing like it's not about the instant desires and gratifications of like the here and now. Like, that's what I was prioritizing at the moment, what he really wanted in that moment, rather than parenting and seeing like, this could happen. And I knew that was a potential thing. Like, once it happened, I was like, this is exactly what I was afraid of. I guess I couldn't verbalize it. My gut was telling me, but it didn't make a connection with my brain just yet. And so I was like, that's exactly what I was trying to avoid. And a lot of times we're always trying to please our kids in the here and now because life is hard and we want them to feel good in our presence. but we're not really giving them life skills and doing that if we're always, because life is gonna life, right? We got to prepare them for life. That's what we are. We are their stewards. We are their ushers through life. And so we have to project. There's something my dad used to say all the time and it used to drive me nuts, and I get it now. He was like, you can't see the danger. Like when he would say no to things, he's like, you can't see the danger. I see the danger. And I, as your parent, am supposed to avoid it for you. One thing that I'm just remembering that he used to say was, I'd rather you cry now because I said no than you cry later when you're like in a jail cell. Why did you want daddy? Why? That's a little dramatic. And that day, I realized like, yeah, I need to be like, and it wasn't that I didn't know, but I think it solidified like really trusting my gut and just kind of doubling down when I say no. And sometimes it doesn't always have to make sense, but it's because I know something and I'm protecting you from something rather than fulfilling your desires of the here and now. It's helping you for the long term. I think being a parent in this generation, a lot of us have the internal conflict and are torn between prioritizing our kids' feelings, validating their feelings, and the importance of discipline and for their overall growth and safety. A lot of times we're like, we don't want them to not like us. We don't want to be strict like our parents. Again, like that projection. We need to strike the balance between validating these feelings and emotions and disciplining our kids. Saying no is not just acceptable, it's essential. They need to hear that. Now it's your turn. Do you have trouble saying no to your kids? Be honest. And if that's not your problem, then what is the challenge that you have as a parent? Share it in the comments below. That's it for me for today. Thanks for watching this week's video. Now, if you haven't done so already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn your notification buttons on so you don't miss what's brewing. Now, remember, here is about nurturing personal growth, fostering creativity, and building a community of dream chasers, demonstrating that it's never too late to begin again. But first, oh wait, yeah, really, we're gonna need more coffee. All out. Bye for now.